The star is a symbol of the heavens and the divine goal to which man has aspired from time immemorial. The stripe is a symbol of the rays of light emanating from the sun. Both themes have long been represented on the standards of nations, from the banners of the astral worshippers of ancient Egypt and Babylon to the 12-starred flag of the Spanish conquistadors under Cortés.
The first flags adopted by our colonial forefathers were symbols of their struggles with the wilderness of a new land. Beavers, pine trees, rattlesnakes, anchors, and various other insignia with mottos such as hope, liberty, the appeal to heaven, and don't tread on me, we affixed to different banners of the colonial America.
The first flag to have any resemblance to the present Stars and Stripes was the Grand Union flag, consisting of 13 stripes, red and white, representing the 13 colonies, with a blue field in the upper left-hand corner, bearing the crosses of St. George and St. Andrew, signifying union with the mother country. This was first flown by ships of the colonial fleet in December 1775. It was the standard of the Continental Army when it came into being in January 1776, and was carried by the Marines and Bluejackets, comprising an expeditionary force in the West Indies during that year.
The legend of Betsy Ross' flag is disputed by historians. We do know that Continental Congress passed a resolution on June 14, 1777, but did not specify the arrangement of the 13 stars on the Blue Union, except to say they should represent a new constellation. June 14th resolution has an interesting history because after the Declaration of Independence, colony vessels were put out to sea to hamper enemy communications and prey on British commerce. Many of them flew flags of particular colony to which they belonged. It was necessary to provide an authorized national flag under which they could sail, for England considered armed vessels without such a flag as pirate ships, and hanged their crew when they captured them. We're off by one. I'm supposed to be wait. But I'll go with the flow. Not doing so good with this flow.
General Washington is said to have described the Star-Spangled Banner as follows: "We take the stars from heaven, the red from our mother's country, separating it by white stripes, thus showing that we have separated from her, and the white stripe shall go down to posterity, representing liberty." In 1818, the year of Illinois' admission to the Union, a law was passed requiring that the star be added for each new state on the 4th of July after its admission, with the 13 red and white stripes remaining intact.
In a 1917 Flag Day message, President Wilson said, "Woe be to the man or group of men who seeks to stand in our way in this day of high resolution, when every principle we hold dearest is to be vindicated and made secure for the salvation of the nation. We are ready to plead at the bar of history, and our flag shall wear a new luster. Once more, we shall make good with our lives and fortunes the great faith to which we were born, and a new glory shall shine in the faces of the people." The tongue twister. I saw some people skidding right up. I have number two in a row. Thomas Jefferson said, "I swear before the altar of God eternal hostility to every form of tyranny over the mind of men." The flag which flew over the U.S. Capitol on December 8, 1941, when we declared war on Japan, and on December 11th, when we declared war on Germany and Italy, went to Algiers, Casablanca, and other historic places with President Roosevelt and flew over the conquered cities of Rome, Berlin, and Tokyo. The flag which flew over Pearl Harbor on December 7, 1941, also rippled over the United Nations Charter meeting at San Francisco and over the Big Three Conference at Potsdam, and was flown over the White House on August 14, 1945, when the Japanese accepted surrender terms. Thank you. Ta-da.
The American flag is flown night and day by presidential proclamation at the Marine Corps Memorial commemorating the flag raising on Mount Suribachi, Iwo Jima, on February 23, 1945, and at Fort McHenry, Maryland, at Flag House Square, Baltimore, and at the United States Capitol.
Yes, once you were Old Glory, and we were so proud of you. Now you are 14 small pieces of cloth, and we shall give you rest, still holding that special pride in your memory as we consign you our small scraps of cloth to the fire.
I am Old Glory. For more than 10 score years, I have been the banner of hope and freedom for generation after generation of Americans. Born amid the first flames of America's fight for freedom, I am the symbol of a country that has grown from a little group of 13 colonies to a United Nations of 50 sovereign states. Planted firmly on the high pinnacle of American faith, my gently fluttering folds have proved and inspired to untold millions. Men have followed me into battle with unwavering courage. They have looked upon me as a symbol of national unity. They have prayed that they and their fellow citizens might continue to enjoy the life, liberty, and pursuit of happiness which have been granted to every American as the heritage of free men. So long as men love liberty more than life itself, so long as they treasure the priceless privileges brought with the blood of our forefathers, so long as the principles of truth, justice, and charity for all remain deeply rooted in human hearts, I shall continue to be the enduring banner of the United States of America. Shall those that are able please stand and unite with me in the Pledge of Allegiance to the flag of our nation? I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Amen, and thank you for coming.